Hello everyone, my name is Rosalie and today I am going to be doing my project on a show that I've been watching. It's called Dear White People and I'm going to be doing my project on this. Dear White People is a television series that navigates the complex terrain on race, identity, and social dynamics on the campus of Winchester University. It's an Ivy League institution set against the backdrop of a predominantly white academic environment. The show delves into the lives of a diverse group of students as they grapple with issues of racial tension, cultural appropriation, and the challenges of forging genuine connections in a society marked by systemic inequalities. At the heart of the narrative is Samantha White, a biracial junior majoring in media studies. Samantha is a representation of biracial people. Samantha exposes the microaggressions and prejudice faced by students of color, sparking controversy and resistance within the university community. The series skillfully addresses stereotypes, challenges, and assumptions, shedding light on the often unspoken struggles faced by individuals navigating the intersection of race and personal identity. Its storytelling of Dear White People series invites viewers to confront uncomfortable truths, fostering dialogue about race, privilege, and the pursuit of authenticity in increasingly diverse and interconnected world. In this presentation, I'll be exploring the representation of racism in the television, and also talk about the ideology, norms, and stereotypes. I will be covering today ideologies, norms, values presented in the show, and also some of the belief system that is presented in the show, and lastly, different identities. I'll be focusing on biracial groups, Black men, and also Black people that don't fit into the stereotype, that don't fit into the narrative of being Black enough. Here is a video of Samantha White, and it's going to be about her experience going into the white institution.
Slavery in America. Anybody like to volunteer to lead the discussion?
As one of the few black faces in this mostly white place,
Anyone?
Sam had become used to episodes like this.
Anyone with some special connection to the material?
And run-ins like these.
You look like Beyonce.
Storm from the X-Men.
Wait, what are you?
Sam had enough and took to Winchester's syndicated student radio station.
Dear white people, here's a little tip. When you ask someone who looks ethnically different, what are you? The answer is usually a person about to slap the shit out of you.
While Sam's show, aptly titled Dear White People, garnered a diverse set of listeners.
Who is this chick?
Others was butthurt.
Slavery.
Samantha's story sheds light on the complex challenges faced by biracial and minority individuals navigating predominantly white spaces. It exposes the realities of microaggressions, cultural appropriation, and the pressure to conform. By raising awareness of these issues, Samantha's actions contribute to dismantling harmful ideologies and promoting understanding and inclusivity. These questions and stereotypes reinforces assumptions of people's individualities. In the case of asking a person of color, what are you? The question implies that the person's identity is solely by their race, reducing to a stereotype of an other category. It may also suggest that the person that's asking views the person's racial or ethnic background as exotic or often not unfamiliar, reinforcing a sense of otherness. And I think that one stereotype that popular culture is showing in this scene of the show Dear White People, it reinforces the belief that biracial people and individuals are expected to conform to a single racial identity. This expectation is reflected in the pressure experienced by Samantha to hide her white side and connect more with her black side. The portrayal suggests that biracial individuals are often confronted with societal expectations that they should align with one racial category, contributing to a stereotype that overlooks the complexity and fluidity of their identity. This stereotype reinforces the idea that individuals must fit neatly into predominantly racial norms rather than embracing and expressing multifaceted nature of their heritage. And we see this in many television where a biracial mixed black girl has these struggles. An article written by a scholar named Burnett raises her personal perspective on black and biracial issues on black children born from black and white parents. She also believes that the subject is of extreme political importance for the African American community as they face the diffusion of their collective power by future generations of biracial kids who don't define themselves as black. Burnett shares a personal perspective as a biracial individual with a black mother and a white father. She found that despite society's potential to view her as biracial, her parents firmly believed in identifying her as black, emphasizing the importance of both personal identity and societal perception. In this next clip right here, we're gonna watch a video of one of the characters. His name is Lionel Higgins, and he struggles with his identity of not being black enough.
Y'all know don't cut fat.
Nah, nigga. Wait for somebody.
It's not that Lionel's afraid of black people. Just those that remind him of the kids from high school.
The fuck are you supposed to be? Geordi LaForge? Who? He was the chief engineer on the Starship Enterprise D. Pause.
My nigga, you look like a gay figure skater.
Is that a girl's headband over your face, nigga? It's a visual instrument and sensory organ replacement. Geordi's blind.
Oh, so you can't see how gay you look. Those tight ass pants.
And thus being assigned to Winchester's historically black residence hall, Lionel was riddled with the slings and arrows of his past.
For all those looking to unleash their inner Negro from years of oppression, Pastiche presents Dear Black People, our 89th annual Hallows Eve costume party.
Okay, so in Lionel's story, popular culture on TV perpetuates the damaging stereotype that black individuals must conform to a narrowly defined set of cultural norms to be considered authentically black. Lionel is a representation of black people, or people that don't conform to being too much of their culture, people that are not as accepted in their culture. The narrative where Lionel faces bullying from other black students for not being black enough underscores the harmful belief that there is a monolithic black culture with rigid expectations. This portrayal puts forth the problematic ideology that black people may not be accepting of those who deviate from their culture, and those that predetermined norms, fostering a sense of rejection for individuals who may not fit into the stereotypical expectation. The story implies that there is a lack of acceptance within the black community for those who look different or embrace diverse aspects of their identity. It suggests that there's pressure for individuals like Lionel to fit into external imposed notions of blackness, leading to internal conflict and a struggle with self-perception. This stereotype not only oversimplifies the diversity within the Black community, but also perpetuates harmful divisions based on cultural conformity. In this research that I found by a scholar named Martha and scholars named Martha and Stephanie, they employ a psychological approach and draw on social identity and self-categorization theories to analyze a corpus of speeches delivered by Barack Obama during his candidacy for president. The focus is on how Obama managed his social identity in the face of public debates within both white and American communities, where his racial identity was questioned and criticized for being too Black or not being Black enough. And we see this a lot of the times in our popular culture or even in society as a whole. This is a scene of Reggie Green. He was profiled and discriminated against in this scene. Let's watch.
Off of me! Your stereo off! Get up! Get up! Get up! Fuck!
Are you a student here?
What?
We've had some complaints. Are you a student here?
Yeah, I'm a student. My tuition pays your fucking salary.
He's a student here. We just got into a little tiff, that's all. This is my house.
I'm gonna need to see your ID.
Why you need to see my ID?
Son, I said ID.
I'm not your son.
Reggie, do what he says.
Officer, he's a student.
I'm not talking to you.
Fuck these people.
I said show me some ID.
No, he's a student!
He's a student.
Why the fuck do you guys have guns? Did I stutter? Show me some ID.
All right, so the story of Reggie Green in the TV show underscores the harmful stereotype perpetuated by popular culture that portrays Black males like Reggie as inherently angry and prone to violence. The scene at the college party where Reggie requests his white friend not to use a racial slur unfolds into a physical fight. This incident, coupled with the arrival of the police, contributes to the reinforcement of the stereotype that Black men are quick to anger and engage in violent behavior. When Reggie asked the police officer why he needs to show his ID, there was a gun pulled out on him, and it kind of shows that it puts this ideology in popular culture that Black men are quick to anger and that they don't conform with the police and that they break the rules. And there was a study done by a sociologist known for her research named Harvey, and she contributes to the field of gender and race and work and organization. She writes an article called "The Modern Mammy and the Angry Black Man: African American Professionals Experiences the Gender Racism in the Workplace." The study on this experience of Black professionals in the workplace sheds light on the phenomenon of gender racism, revealing the unique challenges faced by Black men. The research underscores that Black men often grapple with the stereotype of the angry Black man, a controlling image that portrays them as consistently enraged and prone to perceive racism everywhere. The participants in the study, such as Todd and Garrett and Stephen, describe the necessity of carefully managing their behavior and demeanor to counter this stereotype. Sorry. The groups that are presented in the show are Black people, queer people, and the groups that I realized that were left out were other people of color, such as Hispanics, Native Americans, and other people of color. It was mainly focused on the representation of Black people. And while I did some research and I found that these are all the script writers and film directors, and they are all people of color. I think this is important because it's a story about struggles, about Black people's struggles in America. And I think it's important that it had to be people of color, or mostly Black people, to write this, because it's better for a person, for yourself to write your own story instead of other people to write your story. So this just kind of reinforces their personal experiences as well. Now let's look at, why does this matter? Why does media literacy matters? Media literacy is crucial because the messages conveyed through popular culture, such as television shows like Dear White People, significantly impact societal perceptions and attitude. The representation of race, identity, and cultural dynamics in the media influences how individuals perceive themselves and others, shaping societal norms and values. In the case of biracial individuals like Samantha White in the show, media can perpetuate stereotypes and expectation, contributing to the pressure of conforming to a single racial identity. This pressure in turn affects real life experiences, as biracial individuals may feel compelled to hide certain aspects of their identity. Additionally, media can enforce harmful stereotypes about specific racial or ethnic groups, as seen in the portrayal of Reggie Green, which perpetuates the stereotype of Black males as inherently angry and prone to violence. Therefore, promoting media literacy is essential for fostering a more informed and critical audience that challenge and counteract harmful narratives, leading to a more inclusive and equitable society. Thank you so much for watching my presentation and following. I hope that this presentation was very informative and kind of helps with popular culture and societal roles. Thank you.